First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Off the play fake, Levis. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Levis back to throw. And that is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slam, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, for these Bears here, Charles, year 3 for Justin Fields. He's just 5-20 as a starter through those first 2 seasons. But you think he's potentially poised for a breakout 2023?
I certainly do, and it's because of his talent and watching what his organization has done around him. They've told him, you're going to be our quarterback, and we're going to get you better pieces in order for you to expand your game. I expect Justin Fields to break out in a big way, especially throwing the football.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Landry now on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I should like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Fields. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
To throw is Fields.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Levis to throw off play action. That one caught downfield by Watson. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10, it's Levis. This one swung out here to Jones. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Levis now off of play action.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
From 17 yards out.
and the Packers have got it back to within a score.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Here's Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Flush to his right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here now the rookie 6th-rounder, Anders Carlson, for the Packer field goal. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
On 1st down, Levis. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. He'll get it inside the 20.
And finally taken down at the 15. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a first down carry by Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Levis, quick completion out wide.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson
From 8 yards out.
And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 2.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
Room here to run.
Room past the 35.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Chicago dealt what ended up being the 32nd pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Claypool and got limited results in 7 games as he adjusted to new surroundings. One of the league's best athletes at the position. They need for it to translate more often here in 2023.
Now Fields.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you down to Orlando,
it's a
where
new
Jonathan
season,
Coachman
so
has
both
our
these
EA
coaching
Sports
staffs are likely
halftime
making
report.
plenty of
Coach.
adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Quick slant, finding Claypool.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Fields. That pass complete to Moore.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. 2nd and 10, here's Levis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, never mind, Monday. Tonight.
Looking to throw. Fields. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Levis.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
2nd down, here's Levis.
And this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Levis on 3rd down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now at Soldier Field as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
4th down, Levis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Down the right sideline, inside the 10.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quick.
And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
To throw is Fields.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here's Levis.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll throw it again with Levis.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly let...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Will Levis now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go, slide. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Flush to his right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now they'll change things up. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. He's to the 15, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Fields on 1st down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again is Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Hunt is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this has been quite a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Here we go, son.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And one last throw here for Fields. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and